You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Shout out to Astropro for sponsoring this episode and providing us with free samples. Speaking of free samples, I am honestly so grateful because, as you know, this is allergy season in Texas. I think Texas is one of the worst places to live if you have allergies. I have this tree in my backyard. It is the cottonwood tree. I'm highly allergic to cottonwood, not only myself, but also Travis is, and I believe our children are. And Astropro has come in handy. It's a nasal spray, and it has made such a difference in my seasonal allergies. I feel like I can breathe, and it really helped relieve my symptoms quickly. Astropro is the first of its kind nasal allergy spray. It is the fastest 24-hour over-the-counter allergy spray. It starts working within 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take an hour. And if you've had allergies, you know that every minute counts. Astropro delivers full prescription strength indoor and outdoor allergy relief from nasal congestion, runny and itchy nose, and sneezing. Get fast-acting nasal allergy symptom relief with Astropro. Go to astroproallergy.com for a discount so you can Astropro and go today. ASTEPRO allergy.com. Astropro and go. Use as directed for relief of nasal congestion, runny nose, sneezing, and itchy nose due to allergies.
Yay Networks.
Hey guys, welcome to Weekly Dose of BS. It's Stephanie, and I'm here with little Trey.
Yes, Brandy is homesick with her family this week. That is no fun.
Nope, they are all quarantining, and we are.
I mean, one person being sick sucks. All of them being sick? Oh, that sucks times 6.
I would literally live in my garage
if
I had to live with my whole family for a number of days being sick. So feel better soon, Brandy. So it's just Trey and I, but we have a lot to discuss.
Let me just tell you, I am so impressed because you came today ready with some tea. And you were, for so long, threatened by the Bravo lawyers to do that. But now you just really don't care.
Now I cannot get in trouble because I'm no longer under contract.
Yep,
so
she is a free woman.
I never have tea, but I do because I am actually friends with a few people on Salt Lake. And
you have some Salt Lake City.
City, yes.
Well, let's go over. Did you watch the episode this week?
Okay, so I watched bits and pieces of it because I know you did.
Yes.
Which I kind of like that I have not watched it because I only know the true story behind it. Not the edited version. But I do know everything that happened because in real time, I am friends with both Angie and Whitney.
Mm-hmm.
So in real time when they were filming, I was talking to both of them and knew everything that was happening, which from what I've gathered on social media, I think there's some stuff that did not air.
Yes.
But again, I can't get in trouble for saying so.
Well, so let's go back. So this week we were introduced to Angie. This is episode 3? Yeah. And so you and I both know that she was up for being a full-time cast member. And then I guess, 6 weeks ago, they kind of decided either you're a friend or you're a full-time, and they gave you the offer.
Yeah. So actually, there were 3 people being considered on Salt Lake.
Was it the other girl? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Because she came dressed like she was ready to be a full-time housewife in that Balenciaga sweater.
Yes, there were 3. And then I know that they filmed for a while, and then I think that there was no commitment. So Bravo used to, whenever I first did the show, they would give you're either full-time or you're a friend of, or, you had a definite spot. And lately, I think that they, in some franchises, I think even ours, there was one year when Carrie Brittingham came in, she was actually competing for a spot against another woman. And that girl lasted maybe a week, and then I think it just wasn't a fit. Something happened.
Who was that girl?
I never met her. I did not film with her personally. I think Leanne and Carrie Duper filmed with her.
What was the year that y'all almost had a lesbian?
No, that was the same year as Carrie.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But something happened, and I don't know what it was. I never met her, but Carrie ended up getting the spot, and She did not, but I don't even know who she is. But they both were put up by Carrie Duber.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And Carrie Duber was...
That was the year she was
eliminated.
eliminated.
It was when she had two friends fighting her for her spot, pretty much.
And that's why you never did that.
Yeah, so I have a rule whenever I did Housewives. I never gave them anybody, not because I didn't have friends that I thought would be great, but because it's really hard to maintain healthy friendships whenever you're filming a show together. That is the truth. There's no way around it. Like, it is just the way it is. So whenever casting would call me, I honestly would just tell them, like, I just don't want... I have friends, but I want to keep them my friends. And, it's just really hard to maintain healthy relationships. So anyway, so in Salt Lake, I do know that 3 people were auditioning in the beginning. And Angie was one of the people who was up for the show. And then I believe that they never really gave like a full-time position. They were kind of stringing everybody along. And then I think Angie at one point was like, listen, I'm either full-time or I don't want to be a friend of.
Right. Which makes sense because this is an expensive show to be on.
I wouldn't be a friend of either. So she was like, if you can't guarantee me a full-time spot, I just don't want to continue because I'm missing out on my children's lives. And I don't mind auditioning for a show as long as there's a time limit of when I'll know. So she ended up kind of, I think, smartly standing up for herself and being like, you know what, if you want me in the future, let me know. But I don't want to miss out on my kids' lives to show up occasionally and be a friend of. It's not what I'm interested in. So that is kind of a little bit about Angie. Well, the first scene that they filmed with the franchise is the scene where she goes to Lisa's house, which I believe was aired.
So that was the first part of the season.
The very first episode, the very first scene they filmed at all.
Okay, so that makes a little more sense because everyone kind of came into the party, not really bringing it. They were all a little timid. So that makes more sense. So they're airing this out of order.
Yes.
Because the only ones that really stood out, I would say, would have been Whitney and Angie. I mean, that was really Angie's scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was her party. So that was the very first scene.
By the way, let me say. So at this point, she knows she's a friend of, or she's on the block.
She knows that they're looking at multiple people and they're kind of like auditioning. It's kind of like Hunger Games in Housewives.
Well, knowing that, Homegirl brought it because I know that second dress she was wearing was at least $8,000, and she spent, I mean, look at that party, a good $70,000.
Oh, like she did it right. Like whenever we were talking, I was like, if you do it, like, because she was the first party too, and nobody knew. So I think as somebody who's a main cast member, that had to have been a little like
intimidating.
Yeah, intimidated, maybe taken back a little bit that this girl's coming in. She's not a full-time cast member as of right now, and she's throwing the first party because the first party is a big deal.
Right.
Because you're kind of setting the tone for the whole season. So I do think that may have created a rocky situation between maybe her and Lisa.
Did you always throw the first party?
Some.
You threw the Halloween party?
Yeah.
Season 2.
This year I threw the first party. I don't know if I did.
What happened to 3 and 4?
I can't remember. That was all a blur. I don't know if I did or not those years. I'll have to look back. But the first party, it's a lot of pressure, but also it sets the tone for the year. So I'm sure they went to her house and was like, okay, this girl is probably going to have an amazing party. And Housewives fans love when people spend a lot of money. And So she threw a party. And I know that the scene with her and Lisa was when she told her about the party. And that was the very first scene. And I know the first week of filming, she had her party. So it's very much out of sequence.
Right.
So I was also friends with her and Whitney when all these text messages came up, know, from the caterer. And so that is a true story. There was another text.
She called the caterer and said,
there was a text message to the caterer, and I can't remember what it said. And obviously, I have not watched the show, so I'm just telling you what I know. But I think it was Lisa's assistant that called that messaged the caterer and was pretty much like, "Don't do the party." But there's a second text message that I don't believe made the show.
Oh, what was it?
So the charity was also had a text message coming from somebody. I'm not going to say who. This is up to Whitney.
Someone else on the cast.
So, from a cast member.
Okay.
We're going to leave it very vague. Wanting the charity to not participate with Angie, and wanted them to participate with this person instead. So they tried to like sabotage not only the caterer, but also the charity, which I was like, okay, that's insane.
Well, you know what? Good for her for calling her out in the moment.
Yes.
And you could tell that she was shook by that. She was like, I mean, there was one point where she had no words, especially whenever Whitney was confronting her about her telling Angie that she shouldn't acknowledge her as her cousin. Now, okay. So are those two new friends, Angie and Whitney?
Whenever this was happening, Angie and Whitney had not spent any time together because I know that Angie was a little nervous about Lisa because Lisa and Whitney did not get along.
Right.
But I think after the text messages happened,
Angie went and sought out a friendship with Whitney.
I think that we all have the same.
Yeah, and that's what's not said. You all have the same agent.
All have Angie, Whitney, and I all have the same agent. So I just kind of know Angie because we're all tied,
right.
And Whitney.
That's the same way you know Whitney.
Like in the same way, Whitney. Like I am the one that told Whitney about the agent. So I kind of So,
yes.
But we all have the same agent. So that is kind of how I know Angie is through, but I knew Whitney through
prior, yes,
Cameron
to her signing
and Carrie,
agency, yeah.
Prior.
Mm-hmm.
So that is kind of, and I'm not living in it, but that's just the gossip that I knew going into this episode. And then, but here's what I think happened, because I'm going to do the psychology behind what happened on this episode. Okay, so I think Lisa had her own thing, right? And I know they looked at Angie season 1, but Angie was pregnant. So I think Lisa had her own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which is the show.
And she didn't want, and she probably wanted it to remain her own thing, and she didn't want to muddy it up with having a good friend in, right? Which I understand because I never give them anybody whenever casting asks me, because it is hard to maintain healthy relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So I think instead of Lisa telling Angie that she really did not feel comfortable with her doing the show, and she kind of wanted this to be her thing, I think instead of telling her this, she panicked and
felt threatened.
Probably felt a little threatened. Probably was like, I don't want to share this, and tried to do things to affect her chances, but thought she would never get caught.
And man, how often does it work out in a Housewives favor to try to sabotage someone's spot? Now, I think in Lisa's defense, I would be upset too if my longtime friend then became friends with my cast member, who I don't care if y'all share the same agent. It's someone doesn't like me.
Yes.
I would be upset too. I'm like, hold on.
Yes.
All right, because it's all, you're
like Housewives is all about alliance.
It's all, and your viability to be cast is all in how much of the cast you currently know.
Yes.
You have to make sense.
Yeah. So whenever they look for people to cast, they're always like, you have to have
connections.
You have to have connections. So, whether the connection's me, whether it's whoever, like you had like somebody coming in, it has to make sense. So Angie having Lisa and Whitney definitely would make her a stronger candidate.
Right. And boy, there was nothing more annoying in this town whenever y'all were casting. That 6 weeks was
my
hell.
God, when people are auditioning and then they would pretend like they had a contract and
and they want to go to lunch so they can get pictures, they can send it to the agent.
Yes.
It's like,
I had a lot of people audition who I really did not hardly know, and they would ask me to go to lunch, take a picture to send it to
the casting director
to prove that we were like friends whenever we really didn't know each other that well.
Yeah,
that happens all the time. So that's what I think. You're probably right. Probably Whitney and Angie being close made, like, Lisa probably didn't like that. I think there were a lot of layers on it, and instead of having a conversation, I think that she was just like, oh my God, she panicked and did some things that were.
Well, and she panicked in the moment, too, because she started crying, and then she left, which is not like her. You could tell that was like a get me out of here. I don't know what to do. I'm trapped in a corner kind of situation. Interesting.
So that is what I know with that situation. So that is the real tea on Salt Lake City of what I know. Now, I know that Lisa says that did not happen. I do not know exactly what happened. I just know that there were
You
text
just received
messages.
the info in real time.
I just received the info in real time, and that is what I know. So whether that was what was shown on TV or not, that is...
Well, it makes sense. It doesn't fully make sense on the show because
I didn't think they would
kind of
use
condensed it.
This is what I'm shocked that they used it, because I was thinking if somebody's not a full-time cast member, that's something that you have to really see a lot of somebody to understand, right? Like, so if Angie doesn't have like a story arc or anything else, I was surprised they used it.
Yes.
Because it was kind of out of nowhere. So that is the whole situation with Angie. I do think she would be an amazing cast member. But I have not watched one episode of Salt Lake. I'm going to be honest. I just see clips online.
Well, I'm sure Angie was very thankful to have you. If she didn't have you, would you have referred her to BetterHelp? Because I think whenever you do this show, you always need someone
all these girls need
to
BetterHelp.
throw these ideas at.
Yes, that is very true. So no, I would definitely refer her to BetterHelp. I would refer all of them because, I mean, one thing I will say to all these girls, everybody honestly, makes mistakes, right? And I think in life, owning up to the mistakes is the number one thing. But also, it's hard. And I don't think the audience gets how hard and taxing it is on the women doing these shows. Like, yes, they're there to entertain, but it also is very hard mentally to put yourself out there, to be criticized, to fight with your friends and people that are paid to be your friends. It's really, really hard. So we have an amazing sponsor, BetterHelp. And as you guys know, I have been using BetterHelp for a while. I started using them whenever COVID hit. I really needed them. And it's a great way to do therapy from the comfort of your own home. I have even done therapy in the comfort of my carpool because you can do it on the phone, video chat. They match you with your perfect therapist by you going online and filling out a quiz. And then they find the perfect therapist to fit your needs. And if for some reason that therapist is not a great fit for you, you can continue trying out therapists until you find the perfect one for you. BetterHelp is a fraction of the cost of traditional therapy. I know, I've done traditional therapy. It is very expensive, people. We want you to start living a happier life today. And as a listener, you'll get 10% off of your first month by visiting our sponsor at BetterHelp.com/weeklydose. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/weeklydose.
So since we last spoke, Brittany had a court hearing.
Yes.
And her father resigned. Well, did her father resign or was he kicked off? One or the other. But whenever she was in court, he was petitioning for them to end the conservatorship entirely.
What?
Which
Why?
basically just closes the book.
Because he doesn't want them to look at him.
Right. So Brittany's lawyer said, absolutely not. We would like to keep the conservatorship until I can go through all the books and figure out where all the money went. So that was what the judge decided. They're going to keep the conservatorship until they can finish their full investigation. Now, what's so weird, I don't remember if we talked about this last week, was Brittany is reportedly worth about $60 million. That is not a lot of money when you look at
her
someone
career?
like Taylor Swift or Beyonce, who's worth billions of dollars, and Brittany is left with $60 million?
Or even Jessica Simpson, which Brittany had a much bigger music career than Jessica Simpson. But you know what? I don't think she was able to do a lot of the things that those women were to get to her, because if you think about them, a lot of them have still been working in the music industry. I think that she decided to quit because she didn't want to pay all these people to make money off of her. And then also a lot of those women like Rihanna, Beyonce, Jessica Simpson, they've all had deals outside of music, which has made them
has
a ton
Brittany.
of money.
She's just had no part of it. The conservatorship itself has made, I think it was over $30 million a year since they've established the conservatorship. Where's that money going?
That's
How much are they
insane.
spending on security? I mean, that one point in the documentary when they said that she couldn't even afford a pair of Skechers when she was making $1 million a week.
That's insane.
Shocking,
That
right?
blows my mind. Yeah, that blows my mind. No, I'm excited for her. I mean, she's feeling very free because even my husband
she got her hair
called me.
done.
Oh, she did? Well,
Yes,
I
you
know,
missed it?
I know after it was happening, Travis called me and he was like, and my husband is very very interesting person. He called me. He's like, "Oh my God, have you seen Britney Spears' Instagram?" And I'm like, "I know you don't follow Britney Spears." And he was like, "She is on there just naked."
I was having that conversation. I don't know who it was with the other day about her. Now she's on Instagram and she's naked. Maybe she needs a conservatorship. But I think
she's just
like,
free.
I am finally free. Look, she got her hair done 17 hours ago.
Good for her. I mean, look, honestly, she's never looked better.
No,
her hair
this is a girl that got her money back.
Her nails are done. Like, she is able to take
like,
care of herself.
Now look at her hair prior. That was a mess.
I mean, she needs to go after the conservatorship just for those extensions.
I would have someone thrown in jail.
But I cannot imagine. It would be like getting out of prison after 13 years.
Yes.
And now you can do whatever you want.
Absolutely.
Like, I would go crazy. I would go on every nice vacation. I would get my hair done all the time. I would do hair and makeup every day. I would live my best life. Okay, do you think she's going to start going back on tour? And
No. I think it'll be a while.
Done?
I think she wants to get married. I think she wants to throw her dad in jail. I think she wants to do the documentary that talks about how this all happened.
You think she's going to do that?
I think she will lay low initially from the front of the camera for a while.
Do you think she'll have more children?
Yeah.
I do too, actually.
I think so too. And then maybe she'll do something again. But I think I think her first love has always been being a mother and a wife.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a minute, but no, I think she's going to want to share her story first.
Well, that was the weirdest thing about the documentary, and probably the saddest to me as a mom, is that whenever she was in the conservatorship, her own father and everyone in there would actually use her kids as a tool against her. Mm-hmm. So if she didn't do what they wanted her to do, they would threaten to not let her see her children, to take her children away. And
right.
I mean, and as a mom, I think that it's very manipulative for somebody to do, but it's also...
Well, and it worked.
It would 100% work because as a mom, that's the worst thing that could happen. Mm-hmm. So if you've not watched the documentary, actually there's one on Netflix and there's one on Hulu. They're both amazing. I actually preferred the one on Netflix over Hulu.
Which is Britney versus Spears. And then the New York Times did one, I forget what it was called, something like Trapping Britney Spears, something like that. I don't know, it was a follow-up to one they did earlier in the year.
Just go on Hulu
good.
And look up and just search Britney Spears and it'll pop up.
It's very interesting from a legal perspective. All right, and I know you watched this. It is the most streamed show that Netflix has ever done across 90 countries, Squid Games.
Okay, I watched it. Don't judge me. I watched it with my children. Cruz was really into it. I think it's all over TikTok and
it's everywhere.
It was everywhere. So it was all over TikTok. So Cruz wanted to watch Squid Games and he was like, it's the #1 show in the world. And so I watched it with the kids. We did it as a family. And it was so funny because Travis was actually gone for, I forget what episode it is. It's probably 4 or 5, but the old man dies.
Yes.
But he really didn't die. But anyways, he dies on the show.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry, spoiler alert. So the old man dies. And that whole episode, I think Cruz knew it was happening. I have a video, and so horrible, but it was so entertaining. I was like, this kid is really struggling right now. He needed some better help. He was in the corner of the couch, like crying, talking to himself. Like he was so stressed out about this old man dying. So the part where the old man gets shot, Cruz has to sleep with me because the old man was his favorite character, I think, ever in any show. He loved the old man.
Oh, that's so sad.
He was so inconsolable that he actually slept with Travis and I in bed. So, yeah.
Okay, so I watched this conspiracy on TikTok because that's where all information
where the old man's
comes
father?
from. No, that because they were saying, all right, so how is it decided whether you're going to be a guard or a player?
Uh-huh.
And they this is just their theory, is that whenever they were playing that game at the beginning where you tried to flip the card, one was red, one was blue.
Ooh.
And so he picked the blue card, and so he was a player. But if you'd have picked red, he would have been a guard.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That is a theory. I don't know.
That is.
I did read, though, that this script was written in 2008, and it took the guy 10 years to sell the thing because people thought it was too gruesome.
I mean, I thought it was gruesome, but I will say it was very entertaining. And a lot of times, like if something's subtitled, I don't like reading, and like if the lips don't match, it's like mentally stresses me out. But this one, I thought it was so well done.
I thought so too.
There was somebody on TikTok though who is a translator, and she said the translation was very off though.
Oh.
Like you should, if you're on TikTok, find this lady. I don't know who she is, but it was very, very interesting because she would actually translate parts of the movie and say what they really meant. And so it was really interesting.
How much of your week would you say you spent on TikTok?
Not a lot. My kids send me stuff. Not actually a lot. Maybe an hour a week. More on Instagram because I have to communicate more, but TikTok not really.
Are you traveling much between now and the end of the year?
I'm going to Mexico for New Year.
Oh.
And I am trying to think. Oh, yeah, I'm going to Mexico this week.
Oh, yeah, this weekend.
For our mutual friend's birthday. So, as you know, whenever I go on trips, I've realized I look like Chewbacca. So I have to shave. I'm very lazy until I know these legs are going to be shown because they can get pretty hairy. So as you guys know, we love our Billy razor. Billy is the best shave you will ever get. I did not know this until I heard this from Billy, but women have to pay a pink tax, which I think is very wrong for their razor. So we have to pay a tax that men don't have to pay. But with Billy Razor, there is no pink tax. Billy has a starter kit that comes with their award-winning razor, 2 Precision 5-blade refill cartridges, and a cult favorite magnetic holder. They're an Allure Best Beauty winner and on Nylon's beauty hit list for a reason. They are the most amazing razors you will ever get. Don't suffer another second paying a pink tax. Go to mybilly.com/weeklydose to get the best shave you will ever have while supporting our show. Again, Billy is just half the price of other razors, plus free shipping always. Go to mybilly.com/weeklydose. That is spelled mybilly, BILLIE.com/weeklydose. That's mybilly.com/weeklydose.
Man, I realize that I am on a plane every single week for the rest of the year. I have a flight somewhere.
That would be the worst thing to happen to me. I do not like traveling that much.
I am only excited because I should hit Executive Platinum.
You know, you could just go on a few big trips and hit Executive Platinum without traveling every other week.
Well, yes, but I mean, I kind of have to travel, but so I'm just looking at that as the silver lining to this whole thing.
Okay, well, if I am Executive Platinum, and the best thing about it is that I always get upgraded.
Well, good for you.
I would say about 75% of the time, because Travis and I always buy coach tickets unless it's out of the country, and then I cannot I don't like to sit up straight for 9 to 12 hours.
Correct.
But if you're Executive Platinum, usually I would say about 75% of the time you get upgraded to first class.
And see, that's what I'm excited for.
Yes,
so.
You're never going to go back. You're literally going to start traveling when you don't need to continue your status after this.
No, absolutely. No, I don't know. It's like I have stuff I need to do in Denver, but then I have things here. Like I'm going to Denver on Sunday, but I'm coming back Wednesday because your party's on Thursday. And then I went back to Denver. And then oh my gosh, I'm going to Denver for a few days. And then I'm flying to Las Vegas from there and meeting a few people because I'm going to the Lady Gaga, the piano and jazz night.
Oh, yes.
Remember she did this in 2019. I think was it a residency?
I don't remember.
It was something. Well, she's doing 3 weeks only. And the tickets were ungodly expensive, but I am so excited because I would really rather see Gaga on piano versus with a big production and a bunch of dancers and
So I saw her in Dallas, and it was a big production, but there were moments on this show where she was just sitting at the piano playing. She is amazing, so talented.
Oh, yeah.
Sang live. I think a lot of times performers will go out and lip sync a lot, but she did not. Everything was live. She has the most incredible voice. I would say her, who else did I see live that blew me away? Pink, I saw her live, blew me away. And then I really wanted to start acrobatics or whatever she does. But then I realized I have no strength at all to my body. I would definitely die. But they were both amazing. And Justin Timberlake. I thought Lady Gaga was better than Justin Timberlake, actually. You're going to love it.
Really? I'm very excited.
You're going to love it.
I am really very excited. What other tea do you have?
Well, I mean, again, I don't leave my house. So that is just
I know, I'm so proud of you for
that
this.
I have because whenever the episode came out, I called Trey and I was like, oh my gosh, I actually know the backstory to this. I don't even need to watch the episode because I kind of know what happened in real time whenever I was talking to both girls. So I think that's all the tea that I have. I actually love watching Housewives now that I don't do it because I can be a spectator like everybody else and sit back and have opinions, and it's very, very nice.
Beverly Hills finale airs this week. We're recording this the day before that comes out, so that'll be exciting. I'm really excited for this reunion. It's 4 parts. It's a lot.
I know. I'm excited too.
But, I really want to have, and she's under the Bravo thumb, I want to have Sutton on this podcast.
I know.
I think she'll have some tea to spill.
Yeah, after we get in trouble for this one, Bravo will be like, nope, you cannot have anybody.
What are they going to do? Fine you?
I know.
What, on what? Gonna dock your pay? Nope.
Nope. I have all my pay from them. I'm good to go. Back to Erica real quick. I actually am proud of her if this is what I've read is what I read. But I did hear that she is working with the lawyers to pay back the $25 million and to make that right. Did you read that?
I did not read that. I just read that she went to TJ Maxx.
I read that on some Bravo fan account. It was like yesterday. So this is new. But I swear to you, I read that she is working with them to, come to terms with what is owed.
Well, that's probably a good plan because everything she's doing on the show is really backfiring. Just everything she says, and it's just. And what's interesting is the end of that trip they just took. Did you watch that episode? Their second cast trip.
Where were they at? And I'll tell you if I watched it.
One of Kathy's hotels.
Yes. Where they did that. Where they did the
sound bath. Yes. So the end of that last episode. She kind of realized that fighting Sutton's a losing battle for her and that she's only looking worse and worse. So she kind of just randomly makes amends with Sutton, but only to her face, not in her confessional. Very odd. I think that's when she realized this isn't going well.
No, okay, so this is why she did that, by the way, because people were talking. This is why she made up with Sutton and they were good on camera, but not in her confessional. This is why. Because other things that people don't know is you do your confessionals throughout the entire show. So I guarantee you that confessional was done in the beginning when the show was airing or when they were in a really heated place. Mm-hmm. And that's where things can kind of go wrong whenever filming versus airing, because you'll leave feeling like you're really good with everyone when the season ends. And then whenever it airs, you not only see what they're saying about you, but then the audience starts letting you have it. And then it pisses you off even more because, of course, you have to blame them for how the audience is feeling about you, right? Yep. I think that
confessional was filmed.
Was filmed recently, and she's been getting a ton of heat and hate from the audience. And I think that's how she was feeling probably recently, but maybe not so much in the moment, because it's not like Real World where Trey and I hang out and then I go in a closet where the confessional is and say my feelings of the day.
Right.
These are done well after. These are done up until you go to reunion.
I think the biggest question I always get about confessionals is, do they get to watch it while they're sitting in the chair?
No. So you're asked questions. So it's like, Trey, they kind of set up what happened that moment, and then and they ask you a question. So it's like you're doing an interview, but you don't get to see the part.
Yeah. So they say, how were you feeling at the dinner in blah, 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 whenever Sutton was telling you XYZ?
Yes. And then sometimes if you give them an answer that doesn't really correspond with the way it looked on the show, they'll be like, well, no, at the time, you were, lit up like a Christmas tree. You were so excited and you were giddy about whatever. So they kind of
give you the emotion that you had in the moment.
Like you kind of know what you have to give. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I would say Housewives is real and not real at the same time. Like things that happen are of your own free will, but it's also a show.
It's guided.
It's a guide. It's guided. It's not scripted. It's very guided.
Yes.
So don't you love me not being else?
I really do. It's about time.
It's very guided. And sometimes you do things in your confessional and you say things that you don't really want to say, but the show needs it. If you guys have any questions of anything behind the scenes, then let us know. Just message us on BS the Podcast, not my personal account.
Detective Stephanie will answer your questions.
And I definitely will answer as much as I can without
what?
Pissing Bravo off too much.
What happens if you do?
I don't know, but I'll find out. Well, I know from doing stuff with, on Beverly Hills. What is her name? She was on Beverly Hills for a while. Brandi Glanville.
Oh.
I know from Brandi Glanville, she, that they will sometimes send you like legal letters.
Yeah. I mean, there's that whole book that just came out.
And they wanted us to spill the tea on the book. So, yeah. So I think.
Yeah, they spill tea whenever it benefits them.
Yeah,
interesting.
Exactly. Exactly.
Do you have any Halloween costumes yet for your children?
Okay, so as a family, so I let them pick theirs out, and then I usually try to have one as a family for myself. So for them, they love the Squid Games right now, so they want to be the Squid Games like killer people, with
the guards.
Yeah, the guards, and they want Travis and I to be the. Well, I know I am in charge. I'm going to be one of the people with the jumpsuits on that's fighting for my life. I think Travis may get to be like the leader, the guy.
Oh, yes.
Which is
like
so
Darth
unfair
Vader-y guy.
because then I'm the one that's going to die.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. I ordered my costume the other day on Amazon. I've had to order it like 3 times because it comes and doesn't fit. Then we have to try. There's multiple pieces to it. But I'm going to be Kim Kardashian at the Met Gala this year.
Oh, yes.
With the full morph suit, and I'm very excited.
That's so good.
It's a good costume.
That's so good.
Uh-huh.
So as a family, Travis and I love, oh my gosh, it's a soccer, it's, what is it called? You'll know. You won't know because you still have not watched it, I guarantee you.
Ted Lasso?
Ted Lasso. Have you seen it?
Look at that.
So I really want to do like a whole Ted Lasso family theme.
Oh, that'd be cute.
And it would be super easy.
They really cleaned up at the Oscars this
Have
year?
you watched it yet?
Yeah.
It's like
it's really
I think
good.
it's the best show out. I think it's so good.
It is. It's very feel good, and that's where I think Bravo misses the mark. Is people are looking for feel good shows now.
Yeah.
I mean, mind you, this Squid Games is nothing feel good.
It's
about
not
that.
feel good, but it comes out at the perfect time because also people love like Halloween-y type things, and it's a little bit. I mean, it's gory enough to where like I would watch it. Like I would never watch like Nightmare on Elm Street or that stuff scares me. I don't like monsters, but I don't mind this stuff. Like I don't mind. I like crime. I don't mind people getting shot.
Interesting. Yep.
I don't mind that, but I don't like.
I mean, it's a little Hunger Gamesy. Yeah.
It's but I loved Hunger Games.
Yeah.
But I don't like monsters jumping out. Like I don't
thrillers.
I don't like things where there's like music and somebody's going to jump out at any second.
Right.
I don't like that. Like that stresses me out.
I
And when
agree.
I watch that stuff, I actually mute when the music comes on. The suspenseful music comes on because it stresses me out.
Oh, well, you're better. I won't even watch that stuff.
Yeah,
Bye.
it's horrible. It's horrible. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Again, if you want any tea or anything that you're interested on within the franchise, just shoot us a message on BS the Podcast. We hope you have the most amazing day, the most amazing week. And thank you again. You can follow me at Steph Holman on Instagram and TikTok.
You can follow me at Trey_Stewart or in our podcast at BS the Podcast.
Bye.
Bye.